Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام عقيد.
Let me complete the intro, bro. Let me
Wait,
complete
people
it.
like to no, people like to hear me more, so I'll do the intro.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit.
I mean, that's the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life. So shut up, please, for a moment, okay?
Ironically, the
This
reaction
is
to
my
this,
channel. This is my channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another video. Today I'll be reacting to this video with Islamic Senpai.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Yeah, now you're supposed to speak. So,
Okay,
so today we'll be reacting to traditional genders versus transgenders. Are there more than two genders? And we of course know that there are only two genders, and this is going to be a middle ground, and they will be basically talking about stuff, and we would actually react on it and share our opinions. Yeah, so let's just start right onto it.
Hey guys, this episode idea was by Jayla Alexis. Thank you, Jayla.
Make sure you stick around to the very end because we've got a big announcement.
Until then, enjoy the episode.
A girl can feel, more masculine doesn't mean she's not a girl.
So then me being born male, biologically male, would you say I'm 100% male?
Well, you made the transition.
Hi, my name is Kaitia Lamore, and I'm a writer, and I believe that God designed us with purpose, and that beautiful love story is in our DNA.
Hi, my name is Natalie. I'm actually in commercial real estate, but I'm very excited to share this discussion with you guys.
Hi guys, my name is Rebecca. I'm a student, and I'm looking forward to talking about gender and hearing what you guys think.
Hey, my name is Rory. My gender is non-binary, and I use they, them, theirs pronouns.
Hi, my name is Satine, and I am a trans woman. I work in film and television as a makeup artist.
Hi, my name is Marcus. I identify as a transgender male, and I'm really excited to have this discussion with you guys.
Girls and boys should be raised the same.
The reason why I feel like girls and boys should be raised the same, I'm saying just raising them to be upstanding citizens in society and things like that.
Exactly. Not to say that gender doesn't exist, but to give young people an ability to navigate that themselves, to come into themselves.
I actually agree with a lot of your points as far as there are a lot of similarities between boys and girls growing up, and I believe that all children should be raised in a loving, supportive family, but I think that there does need to be balance and just some of the characteristics that men and women have, where it's like women usually are more nurturing. With boys, they want to grow up and what does it mean to be a man, and what does it mean to be a provider, what does it mean to lead your family, and those are the things that are traditional to me, where I feel like the man is the head of the household.
I grew up being a tomboy. I am so connected to my masculine side and so much to my feminine side. I really feel 50-50.
And I feel like in our society now, when a girl is raised and she feels like a tomboy, acts like a tomboy, she's now encouraged to kind of think, maybe I should have been born as a guy. But for me, it's always been, oh, maybe she's just interested in things that guys typically like. Right. And that's fine, but you can still be a girl and be interested in that, and you can still embrace being a girl.
Yeah, piggyback off of what you're saying, as a little girl, I always only wanted to shop in the boys section. Of course, my family was completely against it. I grew up in a religious family. I'm actually evangelical Christian myself. But my family would use my tomboy statement to write it off and minimize the fact that, no, I actually really don't like being a girl. Sometimes, like you said, there's actually genuine tomboys in the world. With me, that wasn't, it was way more than that.
And it can be very difficult for parents to make that distinction.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're a young child, it's hard to express how you're feeling inside. And
especially as a freaking 8-year-old, I had no idea what transgender was. I didn't know any of that.
But that's what's really important. I don't think as an 8-year-old you should know that label. You know what I mean? I don't think we should know labels, period.
There are only two.
Okay, pause. So Senpai, Anything you want to say?
Well, I think there's lots of things I want to say, but I don't want your video to be deleted for hate speech.
I mean, it's
But-
not Instagram, but you know, just try
trust me,
to keep it
YouTube
safe.
as well.
Yeah, just try to keep it
Okay,
safe.
one thing I found was it was really interesting. There was one thing. Just give me a second here. Yeah. So he said that, you know, as a young girl, I think it's a trans male. So he was born as a girl, and then she got her breast surgically removed and became a man. Yeah. So as a young girl, she liked to shop in the boys section. Now I'll be honest with you, Faisal. As a young kid, when I used to go to, let's say, a shopping mall or, you know, anywhere with my parents and, you know, with the family, I used to run like the whole place. You know, I saw the women's section, I saw the men's sections, I saw the children's section, of course, was my favorite, toys and things like that. What exactly does he mean that he used to shop at the boys section? Does he mean the clothes? Does he mean accessories? What exactly does he mean by that? Because I mean, boys section, it could be anything. What specifically, what is he trying to
I
say?
think it's about
Or what-
clothes. I think it's about clothes because
If it's about clothes, if it's about clothes, especially in this society, for example, look at these women. They're wearing jeans. You know, they're wearing t-shirts. Traditionally, these clothes were meant for men, but they are traditional women. Why does that have to translate to, you know, her getting surgery to look like a man?
I don't know the reason why. And this should be the reason that if she wants to wear some jeans or stuff, that will make her actually that she will actually want to be a transgender male, which is quite ridiculous. Like, you know, the thing is that even if she did that, you know, she did that breast removing surgery and took some hormones for that testosterone to grow the beard and stuff. And she even maybe went to the gym. Like, look at the way she's standing. I have never seen a born male standing like that. You will never see it. You know, women can't understand this, but men have a different kind of posture. Okay, you know, maybe some
That's
women
actually a
don't.
great point.
Yeah, men don't
That's
actually
a
have
great
this
point.
posture. So the thing is, no matter what you do, you are born with some characteristics which you can never change. Now, the way she talked.
Look at the video to the right now, as it is paused. This person in the blue jeans on the right hand side, white t-shirt, and that is the person we're talking about.
Yes, yeah.
He or she standing like a girl.
Obviously.
Right.
Obviously.
So he
This
tries
is
to
not what
be
a guy
or she tries
does.
to be a man.
This is not what the
Yeah,
guy
but
does. And the way she talked,
It is
we
really,
didn't see any.
really
We didn't see that.
Look, interestingly, Faisal, just look on the other side, towards the traditional woman. There is a woman standing the same way.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah, by the way, that's really interesting. The thing is that even the way she talked, yeah, it was completely different of how men talk. Even if a man has a high-pitched voice, he wouldn't talk like that. And you would even see the facial expressions, you know, closing
The
her
body
lips and
language
stuff.
itself is just
That-
it's just oozing with femininity. You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
trying so hard to be, or she's trying so hard to be a man.
A man, yeah.
It's just not working.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can't change yourself into a different gender, no matter how you feel about their fashion sense, no matter if you like to play sports. Look, they were talking about being tomboys, yeah? You know, being called tomboys when they were children. Like, literally, we've seen, you know, I've seen girls playing in my childhood. You know, my cousins used to play with me when we were children, you know, sometimes cricket or some sports like that, yeah? Which boys like to play. But you know, even if they are called tomboy, I don't think that there's any problem with it, unless they start wearing, you know, some male shalwar kameez and, you know, stuff like that, which makes them look like a male. Now, if a girl likes to play video games, and she does like to do stuff, you know. She likes to go to gym, you know, learn something about self-defense, you know, learning boxing, karate, or anything like that. It doesn't really matter. But the thing that, you know, you can actually exist as a girl. So if that was the reason that why did she change into a male, this is quite ridiculous. You could have done that while being a girl. So there was no need of this surgery and facing this pain, you know, facing the discrimination from your family. Yeah. So there was no need of it. This was absolutely wasted.
Speaking of transgender surgeries, a large percentage of people who go through these surgeries, in a few years they actually change their minds. There has been a study on this, and you know, if you can find it later, maybe display it on the screen, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, so let's just continue.
Genders.
Your DNA is going to be the same from when you're born and until you die. And it doesn't matter how you dress yourselves or what hormones you take. I mean, you're either going to be a male or a woman. You have those chromosomes in your body. There are certain things about yourself that are going to stay the same your whole life, and you have to accept those and embrace them, because if you don't embrace them, you're just going to be hating yourself.
I really wanted to be normal. Like that, there's nothing in life I've ever wanted more than to be normal. And
What is that though? Really?
Exactly. That's the problem. That is the problem I run into, is that it doesn't really exist. And every attempt that I've made to try and be more like one gender or the other hasn't really worked. So finally I just got to a place where I was like, well, people may say that there isn't anything in between, but I am in between, you know? And I feel like the people who really know me and love me, they see that.
It's difficult to think that there could only be two. Like, how is that? How would that even be possible when there's, like, on a spectrum of, like, masculinity and femininity? Couldn't you lie anywhere?
Well, it's like the tomboy idea that a girl can feel and have these more masculine doesn't mean she's not a girl. There's a spectrum, but there's two definitive parts to the spectrum.
So then would me being born male, biologically male, would you say I'm 100% male?
Well, you made the transition, so you didn't feel like a male.
But you were physically born as a male.
But then would you say I'm 100% female?
I will be honest and say I feel I use the chromosomes, but I would say you are 100% a male.
I wouldn't say that.
That would just be my belief.
You're 100% what you're portraying to me.
And because I'm that,
who am I to decide that for you?
Wouldn't that mean that I am somewhere on this gender spectrum?
Can we pause
it?
please? Right. So this girl at the very end, who calls herself traditional, she just said that, you know, who am I to decide that for you? I will accept you the way you portray yourself. Look, the fact is, if I get a plastic surgery tomorrow and look like Donald Duck, it doesn't mean I'm Donald Duck. Donald Duck is still a fictional character. It's not going to be me. This person, he was born as a biological male. He went through a plastic surgery. He still sounds like a male. And there's a good chance that he still has a penis. And if you have a penis, you are not a female. You are not a biological female. You can, you know, call yourself a female. You can pretend that you are a female. You can call yourself a trans woman. If it really bothers you, hey, maybe even I will say, okay, you're a woman. You know, I'm not gonna offend you to that extent. But you are not equal to, like, you know, a biologically born woman. For example, you know, in the category of sports, we have seen that trans women, which means people who were biologically born as males, but then transitioned and became females, they participated in women's sports, and they beat by biological females. Why is that? It is because men have, you know, a biological advantage over women. We have more bone mass, we have more muscle mass, and, you know, things like that, more natural testosterone. So no matter how many surgeries you go through, you are not going to be equal to a biological woman. You can try to look like one, you can try to act like one and sound like one, but all the, you're just not gonna be one. You cannot give birth to a baby. You can't do that.
Well, yeah, that's absolutely true. And I actually forgot what I was about to say. I do remember one thing. By listening about these chromosomes and stuff, I saw something really interesting. There was a guy who said to a woman that, I am 100% better than you, okay? The woman said, how is that possible? He said that I have such and such number of chromosomes. The woman said, I have more number of chromosomes than you. So that's the kind of a thing that they're actually trying to portray here. When you have more number of chromosomes than the actual gender, then you become an intersexual, which is, what I'm trying to say, kusura. So, I'm not making a woman joke or something like that, but the thing is, that's how they're trying to portray. Okay, I was born a male, but we did some plastic surgery and stuff like that, so we are just changed as something else. You don't have the additional chromosomes, you have the exact number of chromosomes.
Exactly. An interesting question to this person would be, this person, who was born as a biological male and then he transitioned into a trans woman. Would he call a man transphobic if he refused to be in a relationship with her?
That's something really interesting, yeah, by the way.
Yeah, because she considers herself to be female, and she looked kind of offended when the other two women said that I think you're 100% male. So would she be offended if a biological male rejects her, right? Because to him it is homosexuality, because this person has a penis, and even if they surgically remove the penis, that won't give him a female genitalia.
Oh, of course.
It just won't.
Yeah, the thing would not be natural at all. That's the problem. You are just corrupting with the body, and when you mess with the body, you mess with something natural, you obviously don't get the good results.
I've seen people I've heard some people say that if a trans woman surgically removes her penis, then it is okay to date her because now she's a woman. But that doesn't make any sense to me, because that's like you're still making out with a castrated dude, a dude with no penis. That person is still a man.
Yeah, that's the thing. You asked me about look.
And then continue.
Okay, look. You said about that woman saying that, who am I to tell what your gender is? You identify what you see yourself as. But the thing is, I know what's the reason that why she spoke like that, because women try to avoid controversies, because even the woman in between, she was hesitating to call him 100% male, okay? But the woman in the yellow, she was entirely 100% badass or confident that yes, you are 100% male. Then she said, yeah, this is the thing. But they mostly try to avoid controversy. The thing that today is, even males try to avoid this controversy, because even us being called transphobe in this modern age, it's like really, I don't know if contagious would be the appropriate word, but it's really, really possible that if you just say anything about the transgenders in the West, and you can look at the comments, people will be saying, how did they make this, how did they make her to believe that she was a male, a born male? And they will be like sympathizing and cursing those women. Like, this is the society we're living in.
That's actually a good point, Faisal. That's actually a good point. I don't know the thing about women avoiding confrontations, but yes, in the West there has been almost like a witch hunt for people who are, let's say, not in agreement with everything the liberal agenda says.
Oh yeah.
For example, there was a popular show, a Star Wars show, that came out on Netflix. It was called The Mandalorian. There was an actress in that. I forgot her name, but she basically made a pronoun joke on Twitter. She said, my pronouns are boop, bop, beep. Instead of she and her, she said, my pronouns are boop, bop, and beep. And they cancelled her. Disney actually fired her from the show because of that joke.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but again, it's a big company, Disney, and they did all that cancel culture got us. So yeah, this is going on definitely.
I read a few days ago that there's a singer called by the name of Demi Lovato. She's from USA. She said that saying the term aliens for creatures that don't exist in Earth and they exist on some other planets is actually a derogatory term for those aliens, so we shouldn't be using it. People were like, what the hell?
What?
It's first world problems, I mean, it's like hard, but people in the West, like, they have so many things. I think there was a comedian by the name of George Carlin. He's dead now, but he said once that, or many times perhaps, that there's just too many options in the West. It's not healthy. Because when you have so many things available to you, when you have literally no worry in life, you start to make up problems. Imagine, Faisal, being offended because somebody called you, didn't call you by your preferred pronoun. If you think that you should be called, let's say, they, and I did not call you they, I said he.
Astaghfirullah.
I'm just saying it as an example. I'm just saying it as an example. That's because there's people in the West like that. If you don't call them by their preferred pronouns, they will cancel you. They will report you to the police. They will take photos of you and upload it on Twitter.
I'm gonna sue you, yeah? He didn't call me they.
So it's first world problems. Wallahi, it's really strange.
Okay, let's just continue the video.
Necessarily one or the other, which is the binary.
Scientifically, you are one thing and you'll always be a male scientifically. You can express yourself however you want to the world, and hopefully the world accepts you for who you want to be and who you are. But when it comes to this spectrum, I mean, there are not that many transgender people in this world when it comes down to it. In LA, there's a bigger population.
You just don't see us.
Exactly. No, 100%.
That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Exactly.
You ladies, all your lives, you don't even know how many hands you shook that was possibly a trans person. The reason why you don't see it is because those trans individuals don't want you to see it. In Middle America, they don't have the same opportunities and great laws as California. So it's just like, well, I better lie low before I get my ass beat somewhere.
I should be allowed